Hey everybody, ronarray here, and as the league progresses, there are more and more insane items becoming available. So in this video, I want to showcase a 5-mod Jewel craft that works especially good with energy shield based builds. You can get about 35% more energy shield, 25% faster start of the recharge, plus critical bonus and elemental damage from a single Jewel. I will showcase how exactly you can craft a similar Jewel for yourself, because such Jewels are absolutely amazing for most builds that are using energy shield in some capacity. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you appreciate crafting videos like that one, and let's go! So before you're going to start, you need to choose, are you going to use a fractured version of the Jewel or a normal one? Fractured one is easier to reroll later on. Normal one is significantly cheaper to craft. So if you want a fractured one, you can just search for fractured increase maximum energy shield, or you can always go for fractured faster start of energy shield recharge. Both options are possible, you can practically pick any, and both should be perfectly rolled. So fractured version at the moment, I still prefer increase maximum energy shield, is about 20 divines. You can always try to fracture it yourself too, and for that you can just get a basic Jewel with 4 modifiers, one of which is increase maximum energy shield, and try to hit it with fracturing orb. And if you want to go for a cheaper option, you can just buy a Jewel with increased maximum energy shield and faster start of energy shield recharge. If you're going for fracture, use the next step, and if you're not going for fracture and you just want to get a few basic ones, you can just skip to one step after it, when you already have all the modifiers prepared. Also keep in mind that that craft is pretty expensive overall, especially with parts of the rerolls. It's still significantly cheaper than buying it, especially if your luck is going to be alright, but you need to have sufficient currency, which is tens of divines just to finish it, so keep in mind prices before you're even starting. And right now I'm also going to use fracturing orbs for at least a few Jewels. If you're fracturing yourself, make sure that you have like tier 1 Jewel with maximum energy shield. Your chance is practically about 25% at the moment, and you can just click it with fractures. So the cheaper version would be just to do it without fractures at all, but you can use fractures just fine if you want a better divining in the end. Just for the video purpose, I'm going to use fractures. If you don't want to, just buy a basic Jewel as I already showcased. And let's fracture. I spent a set of it, and I got at least one Jewel with increased maximum energy shield, exactly as we need. So at the moment, since I already have too many modifiers, I will need to use Orb of Annulment to just stand up with one modifier after it. So at this moment, we will need to just use Chaos Spam to hit the second prefix. Most of the time it should be ES recharge or elemental damage. Keep clicking the chaoses until you hit desired one. Getting area of effect is option as well, so it depends on your budget how many times you would like to click. So here comes the biggest gamba of the whole craft. You have a Jewel with finished prefixes with energy shield and like energy shield recharge or elemental damage, or even AoE if you want to go for it. So at that moment you will need to add any suffixes. You don't care what kind of suffixes it's going to be. You practically just clicking it twice with Exalted Orb. Let me do that. We got double useless suffixes. So at the moment we will need to use Potent Liquid Contempt. It's 50% chance to hit what we need for 10 divines an option. Keep in mind that it could be pretty expensive, and make sure that you have enough currency to finish it. So just click it with Potent Liquid Contempt and hope for the prefix. Right here, as you can see, we got lucky, +1 prefix modifier allowed, which is absolutely perfect for us in that case. So right now, you will need to desecrate your Jewel. Right here we have one bad suffix, prefix modifier allowed +1, and perfect prefixes which we already created. So use Omen of Sinistral Necromancy together with Preserved Cranium to hit a prefix on your Jewel. Right here it gives additional prefix, and we will need to use Omen of Abyssal Echoes for a better reroll chances to end up with something more beautiful for ourselves. So right here we're just desecrating, and getting some options that you will be able to choose from. Some of the options could be better, some of the options could be worse. So hitting a good DC rate right now is probably the most expensive part of the craft. Feel free to just reuse Omen of Light together with Orb of Annulment to get rid of Desecrated Mod if you rolled something bad, and just redo it with Sinister Necromancy and Cranium, so like the same setup again, and Omen of Abyssilicus. So at the moment, as you can see, I got Elemental Damage. Elemental Damage is a very decent option, and that's probably what I'm going to settle with, because we're going to use it to multiply the damage of the build as well. So right now, we will need to finish the duel, and for that, we will need to use Orb of Annulment together with Omen of Dexter Annulment. Perfectly, we should use only one Omen of Dexter Annulment to delete the suffix with +1 prefix modifier allowed. But if we will be unlucky with that, we might need to use two. Make sure you're activating your Dexter Annulment Omen, and you will remove the suffix modifier. As you can see, I got unlucky, so instead I will need to click it twice. Second time to remove the prefix. Right now we don't have any suffixes. But prefixes, on the other hand, completely finished. Now let's add double modifiers for suffixes. And a very fun part is coming at the moment. So as you can see, we have double suffixes and triple prefixes. However, since we added triple prefix by adding and removing +1 modifier as suffix, we can't change prefixes anymore. So right now we can just roll the duel with Chaos Orbs without a single chance to hit prefix, which is absolutely amazing for us. We can easily just keep clicking it with Chaos Orbs until we will hit a good suffix for us. So right here we have critical damage bonus, which is absolutely amazing, and that's exactly what we need. When we have it, you can use Potent Liquid Ferocity to get increased effect of prefixes. Right now, just click your Sapphire with Ferocity and you have 50% chance to get rid of critical damage bonus or 50% chance to get rid of meta skills instead. So when you're clicking your duel with Potent Ferocity, you need to do it multiple times because sometimes it's trying to hit the prefix, but it cannot. Just keep clicking with Liquid Ferocity until it hits. And as you can see, I was unlucky, it deleted the critical, so it leads to a situation where we need to keep clicking with Chaos Orbs until we will hit critical right here again. Just keep clicking it until you will get what you need, which at the moment is critical damage. So right here, we got a critical damage bonus again. When you have it, just use Potent Liquid Ferocity again until it will hit the prefix, and boom, it's done. Right now you have increased effect of prefixes, critical damage bonus, elemental damage, energy shield recharge, and increased maximum energy shield. So right now you have a very good duel with almost perfect stats, and there's only one last step left. And that step is the main reason why we decided to use maximum energy shield as a fractured option. If you don't have it, don't worry, but to balance your duel, you might need to click it with a few divines to get as high numbers as possible. So perfectly, you need 60% increase or like 55% increase of prefixes, together with critical damage bonus, faster energy shield recharge, and elemental damage. So here, what I ended up with: 31% increase maximum energy shield, 20% critical damage bonus, 23% faster start of energy shield recharge, 17% increased elemental damage, all of that together with increased effect of prefixes. So as the next step, you can also get refined Carapace catalysts to get a quality for your duel right here. Those are pretty cheap and you can easily just add quality on top of what you have. When you will finish with it, it will have 35% increased maximum energy shield and 26 faster start of energy shield recharge, together with elemental damage and critical damage bonus, ending up with a very good duel, after a few divining too. That one is definitely an endgame option. Perfectly, you would probably need to get, instead of increased elemental damage, just even more energy shield together with attack damage, but since it can require too many Omen of Light, I currently don't recommend to spend more currency for just re-rolling your desecration. However, if you have it as an option, it's a pretty good thing to have. But even a jewel like that is a significant boost to your stats, because 35% increase maximum energy shield together with all other stats is absolutely insane. So in an absolutely perfect scenario, you're going to end up with something like that. So 35% increase maximum energy shield, 14 maximum energy shield from desecration, attack damage, increased effect of prefixes, and recover maximum mana on kill could be replaced with just something very basic, such as critical damage instead. That depends on your build situation. At the moment I have mana, but critical damage would be absolutely fine, just to improve overall damage of the build. So here, for example, I have a similar one with critical damage instead. Most of the time, those jewels are going to give significant bonus to your defenses, and for example, that one gives me about 800 energy shield. As you can see, I'm jumping for 700 at the moment, almost 800, which is absolutely amazing, especially for the price. Hope that video will help you out to craft a few cool jewels for yourself as well, but keep in mind the prices, which are pretty jumpy, especially if your RNG is going to be bad. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. ronarray out.